the stock to meme coin update here, guys. I did a video on the stock to meme coins about 10 days ago. And so I wanted to do a quick update, see how they've been performing, some intriguing ones. I will also make note, these are not all of the stock to meme coins. There are other stock to meme coins that are not in this aggregate. You can see it says top stock market themed coins. It says right here the overall market cap of the stock to meme coins, 1.5 billion. It's basically SPX6900 taking up 95% of the market cap. And, you know, it's an emerging sector. You get in early, that's the point. But obviously, it's kind of funny to see the market cap of all these coins at 1.5 million and the market cap of SPX at 1.44 billion. Or 1.5 billion versus 1.44 billion. But you can see trending. The only coin is SPX6900. And, you know, we're early on this, I guess, in terms of that. But let's just take a look at how these coins have been performing. So, believe it or not, SPX6900, you know, in terms of the top meme coins, it's actually not the #1 performer in the past month. And really, that's what we're going to be comparing SPX6900 to, is the top meme coins. I think it's the third or fourth best performer. But I would guess that it'll do very, very well. I think it'll be that in terms of like coins inside the top 100. Like if you look at this, the SPX6900 is inside the top 100 out of all crypto. There's not another coin inside the top 1,000 that's stock to meme. So it's pretty crazy when you think about that. Past 7 days, SPX6900, I will go to it just because, like, let's just take a look at its last month. So last month, it's, you know, it's trended around 1.2, 1.3. Now it's up to around 1.4. It almost hit it did recently hit an all-time high of around 1.6 billion. I think it could go to 40 or 50 billion, honestly. Minimum, maybe 20 or 30 billion. You know, obviously none of this is financial advice, but you also do have the GameStop Ethereum coin. There's also a GameStop on Solana. This kind of fits into the narrative of the idea that the GameStop stock in real life was kind of like a meme coin. It operated like a meme coin because it had that cult following. And so this coin the past month, it's been pretty stable. It's down the past month it's down 0.1%. So it's basically done nothing, although it did retrace back to around 17 million. Now it's back up to around 23 or 24 million. Is it a good buying zone right now? It's not terrible when you look at it, at least the past 3 months. It did have a run up to around 50 million. Now it's at 23, 24, although it was all the way back down to 16, 17, maybe if you want to wait for another retracement. But right now, this is the second biggest, although I wouldn't really consider this a stock to meme coin. It's a little bit different of a sector in terms of just the GameStop stock in general being so big. Next, you've got Doji. So DJI6930. This is a very hot Solana meme coin that is being shielded by a lot of the top influencers. They definitely paid out for high-level shilling for this one. It's sitting at around 17 million. And you know what? To give credit to this coin, it's been able to maintain it. Now, with a coin like this that's brand new, it's very, very risky. And the fact that there are a lot of whales, I can pretty much guarantee that got in on this coin very early. This is one, you know, you got to do your own research on this type of stuff. It's also on Solana. But there is this one right now. This is the third highest coin, sitting at around almost 2 cents. Although the price is irrelevant. The market cap is at around 17 million, which is technically a low market coin. But for a coin that just came out, you need to be very, very careful. This is the GameStop coin on Solana. So this one's sitting at around 10.5 million. What was the all-time high of this? 150 million. Wow. So this did have a high of 150 million, but this is the weird thing. So you've got one on Ethereum and one on Solana. The one on Ethereum, what was the one on Ethereum's all-time high? Basically the same thing. So, but this one seems to have more staying power, the one on Ethereum. By the way, just looking at the last 7 days, you've got SPX6900 up 13%. The JME on Ethereum, or GME, up 33%. The Doji up around 39%. And then you do have the JME on Solana up around 9%. Then you've got Stonks up around 0.2%. Really hasn't done anything. This is on Ethereum, I believe. Oh no, this is the one on Solana. There's also one on Ethereum as well. This one's been basically dead in the water completely, but it is important to note when it comes to Stonks, there's also one on Ethereum as well. Then getting to my favorite ones, so you've got the NASDAQ420 up 31% in the past 7 days, sitting around 7.7 million in terms of market cap. This coin has done Like the last 3 months, it's done some phenomenal things. You look at it. I mean, it's gone from around, you could say it's gone from about 1 million to almost 8 million, so about a 7x. That's with Ethereum, a little bit of a pump up, but not really. And this coin even recently did have a little bit of a retracement, but it recovered nicely. I mean, this is very, very micro price action, but I do really love NASDAQ420 as the ultimate beta. When you look at it on Ethereum, it's entering like its 9 month in existence. It's had multiple heavy retracements. And so now we would love to see NASDAQ 420 within the next coming months run up to around 100 million. I'm not saying it's going to do it, but if it did that, it would really stabilize itself as a potential billion-dollar meme coin during the blow off top, if we get a blow off top in a meme super cycle, or just an alt season in general where there's a lot more money dumped into Ethereum. And the idea is people would look at NASDAQ 420 and see it as a brother of SPX6900. I think that's the idea. And so right now, trading a little bit under 8 million. Not financial advice. It's hard to invest into a coin that's up this much in the past month, considering many of these coins are still relatively bearish. This coin's been pumping like crazy. I mean, this is a great looking chart, but you never know with a meme, with the volatility of it. It's just a coin that I think, based off of the infrastructure they built up with the team, with the shilling, I mean, it is growing. And there is some infighting, it looks like, a little bit between SPX and NASDAQ, which, I hope SPX does amazing. It would be great for the NASDAQ community if SPX went to 30 or 40 billion dollars. There would have to be money dumped into NASDAQ. And I mean, the coin's only at $8 million. Even if the coin was at $50 million, that would only be, 1/30th of what SPX market cap is. So I don't really know the problem in terms of that. I mean, there's going to be it's stock to meme. There's many different stocks. That's just how it is. Next, you've got the MicroStrategy coin. So this coin has kind of rebranded just to Strategy, Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy. It has the golden ticker, which is the same ticker as the MicroStrategy coin. And so this one, it's recovered a bit. It's up to around 4.2 million. It did, this one had an all-time high of around 80 million. So you can say, well, that's great, because you compare it to some of these other ones that are lower in market cap, they had a lot lower all-time highs. But this one, it had an all-time high of like 70 million, excuse me. It's got the total market cap, the total supply, the same as Bitcoin. And its last 7-day performance, it's up around 25-30%. So it's respectable. It's up 22%. You've got Elon Trump Fart ETF 500. It's down about 4%. It's really been accumulating. You've got NASDAQ, which is kind of a degen. See, I don't really view this coin as stock to meme. It's a degenerate play off of it. It doesn't really... I don't think it's a stock to meme coin. It's at 1.9. It's more like a fart coin type. It would fit better in like that category with fart coin and butt coin and things like that. You've got USDGen index. What an amazing price history this thing's had recently. 145% increase the last 7 days. And this coin, really, you look at the last 3 months, it's gone from about 170,000 to $1.4 million. It's done about an 11 to 12x. Wow. This is impressive. And they say, well, they want to flip the dollar. They want to go to $1 billion market cap. I don't know if it's going to do that, but this is impressive. I mean, this is really, really nice. And so this really is a true, because this is the DXY, the golden ticker. And so it's an interesting one to look at. You've also got SPX 2.0. Look at these three. These three are all operating very similar. Boy, the VIX is impressive. But you've got SPX 2.0, the variant off of SPX, one of the original devs got screwed out of the project, and now he's launched this, and this has been around for 8 or 9 months, and this is at 1.2 million, following the same price action as the USDGen index. And you take a look at 3 months. This is another one I think that's done. Yeah, it's the similar things. This one had an interesting run up to 1.5, and then it retraced all the way back to 500K. But 1.2 million, it's waking up. We'll see what happens. I don't know. What is this, the last day? It's down 13%. I'm trying to understand what I think that's what it is. Yeah, I'm trying to, because the thing is, you have to go to the price to get. In 1 month, it's up 10%. In 3 months, it's done a 6x. So the 2.0 variant is doing very well. And then you've got VIX 777. This VIX is impressive. You know what? I'm disappointed I didn't buy this coin. I really am. I hope it looks like it's going to do very well, and it's at around 500K. and you look at the market cap on this boy. I mean, this is a solid 5.5x from its lows 3 months ago. And so actually maybe it's about a 3x, 3.5x. But still, the VIX77, the volatility index of the S&P, you can understand. You've got this new one, DEX Trending Fund 6900, DTF, down to F, 6900, I guess. Brand new coin on Solana. Wow, they burned a bunch of this. It's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. These brand new coins, you want to steer clear of them. You've got the NDX6900. That's the NASDAQ variant on Solana. It's done a 65% increase in the last week. It's a Solana variant. I mean, we'll see what it ends up doing. It has a very similar price history to the problem with this coin though is if you compare it to NASDAQ420, it just hasn't had the boom. And obviously NASDAQ420 has a much more active team. CSI 888, Shanghai Exchange, 24% increase. Coin 6900, Coinbase, meme stock, 24% increase the last 7 days. QQQ 6900, 19% increase. BRK, Berkshire Hathaway, 690K, 14% increase. All of these are very similar down here. So yeah, this is really the update. And so, I mean, these coins have been performing well. They really should be performing well because we had a boom in Ethereum. A lot of these coins are on Ethereum. It's bullish. I mean, maybe the past few days it's been a little bit more bearish, I would say. But people are getting a little bit angry. But I mean, honestly, it's been pretty good the past week or so. I would say I'm very happy with what these coins have been doing. And you look at a coin like Nasdaq, you look at a coin like USD Gen Index, you look at a coin like SPX6900 2.0, VIX777. These are the coins. When they're on Ethereum, they've got the numbers, they've got the tickers. These are the coins you want as the ultimate variants to an SPX 6900, which is also on Ethereum, which obviously we think is going to go to 20 or 30 billion, and it's an entire ecosystem. I want to see SPX 6900 go to like 50 billion. I think that'd be great because the ecosystem, all the coins do well. So I want all the coins to do well. And some of these other ones like GME, I really don't think it's a stock to meme because where are the numbers? GME is, I don't know why I keep saying J. See, I'm like dyslexic or something. GME, GME. It's one of those where it's like, no, it's a different meme entirely. And same thing. Well, Stonks, I guess you could argue it is. MicroStrategy 2100, that's a legit stock to meme coin. You have to give them credit for that. This is a degenerate coin. Aztec, this is a fart coin variant. It's really like it's like butt coin or it's coins like that. So there's a lot of those coins, but I don't think it's a stock to meme coin. But either way, guys, make sure you like the video down below.